What is up? Hey everyone, I'm reviewing Superman Action Comics number 985. Just came out today, August 9th, 2017. Uh, this is a fill-in arc. We had the Oz Effect coming out in September, and we just finished up the Revenge Society. So this involves a lesser, I don't even know if he's a Superman villain, I really didn't hear of him until today. The Machinist, or the Mechanist? This story is not by Dan Jurgens, it's by Rob Williams with art by Gilliam March. Not familiar with either of them. I wasn't the biggest fan of the art, but it's just not the style. Like, this reminds me more of like a 90s style, like this panel here. Superman kind of looks weird there. I did like how they referenced the road trip, and that was just in Superman. That was a fun little story, and John's like watching TV. And they just made the big move, which we've heard a lot about, but we have not seen the move. So that's kind of weird. This is your basic Superman saving the day type of story. And then like these like wolves and like a terrorist attack happens. It's pretty cool. It's a fill-in issue. They're building up for Oz. I think the solicit mentioned Oz, and that's kind of a lie. So if you're expecting Oz with this, you're gonna be a little disappointed. I kind of was. But you got Superman, fighting bad guys, doing his thing. What else could you want from Action Comics? That's kind of what you want. This is like I would probably give this to someone if they're like, I've never read a Superman comic before, like, what should I read? I'd probably, check this out. You get a cool Lex moment where, like, he's all mad at Lex because the chip has the Luthor Corp logo on it. So he thinks Lex is behind it. And if you don't know, in Rebirth, Lex is reformed. Lex is a good guy. He calls himself Superman. It's really cool. I'm a fan of Smallville, so I really like seeing Lex as the good guy. And, yeah, so, like, Lex takes a look at it. He says it's not him. And then he's like, this was funny, because he's like, they'll need the world's greatest hero on this, me. And then you get Lex and Supes flying. And then they have a fight. They land, and Lex gets taken over by the machinist, or whatever his name is. And then the next arc's called Kneel Before Lex, and you get a fight between Lex and Superman. The narration was done by Lex, so that was really cool. I don't know much about Rob Williams' work. I read some of it. I have the first arc of Suicide Squad. I read that. I actually read the first two arcs, and he wrote that, and it's solid. His Superman's pretty solid. I think next week his Trinity starts up, and it has to do with Hellblazer, like Constantine's Zatanna, and Deadman. So it's like the Magic Trinity, because you can't call them the Dark Trinity, because that's what they call the Outlaws. Overall, this is it's an okay book. Like a 6 out of 10. Art isn't my favorite, but that's just a style thing. You get some cool action. It's action in Action Comics. It's what you're looking for. Nothing too thought-provoking. Completely skippable. If you're on a budget and you're deciding between Action Comics and another book this week, you could probably skip Action Comics. But if you want a fun Superman story, if you want to try to get someone into comics and like they want a typical Superman story like a kid, I would give them this. Superman saves I think it's only a 2-issue story, so he'll probably save the day next issue. So like I said, I enjoyed it. 6 out of 10. Support your local comic book store, get something there, be it this or something else. Alright, peace.